Hey guys, Varuna here. I'm interviewing players competing in the World Cup for Horus Heresy Legions. Joining me today is the captain for the Canadian team, so please go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey, hello, it's me, Powerlife. So thank you for receiving me. First of all, I appreciate the opportunity. So yeah, I got into the game approximately a year and a half ago. Basically, just went across the game on my phone, saw what that was for mobile. Looks kind of nice. I came in during the CAF expansion, which was the Ultramarines, the Warbearers, and the Orphans of War. And I've been playing ever since. I started slowly just playing a bit, and became more competitive, more involved in the game. I play it very often, and I like the competitive aspect of it. It's really fun.
So tell us about your competitive history. Have you won any tournaments before?
I have participated in a couple of tournaments here and there, especially when I started, because as you know, when you start, a great way to build up a collection is playing those tournaments, because you will unlock the epics, legendaries if you win. I've won, I think, 2 or 3 of those, like the weeklies, like there's a weekly tournament on Discord every week. And when there's special tournament, I always, participate in those. And I normally rank pretty good. As that's for tournaments, talking about ladder, I've been doing top 50 for a year now. Each month I've been in top 50 at least. I've won a full season and became a War Master in November. And I've did the top 10 2 times as well in that full year.
What do you think of your current teammates? Did you get along well with them? Have you known any of them for a long time?
Team Canada, I know both my teammates very well. One of them is Grumpy Ghost, who joined the Masterclass community, so he's in the same lodge as me. He's been in the community for maybe like 8 or 9 months now. I've seen him go from recruit to someone that now is very close to doing top 50 and stuff. So I know him very well. Great player, good guy. For my other teammate, his name is LCFR. For most people that are going to listen to that, if you're familiar with Discord community and all that stuff, I don't think he needs too much of an introduction. But real quick, he was one of the TOs, one of the players that was very active. He still is active, but a bit less. Like, he's less active in the community stuff, but still play the game at a high level and stuff. He's one of the best Canadian player out there for sure. I consider him someone that is a top player in the game. I asked around a bit to see if we wanted Team Canada, if we were going to have a Team Canada. Those guys came up and then we're like, well, that's going to be a great team,
And how do you feel your team is doing so far in the tournament?
We're doing pretty good. Started off very strong, beating like 2 teams in a row. Then a bit harder. The 2 next team beat us. All very close, really. And then we just won again our last round. Right now, we did all our 5 rounds, and so we won 3 and lost 2. We're doing okay. When we lost, those were close games, so we did not lose too much points. And when we won, we actually made a lot of points off of that. So we're doing pretty good so far, and I hope we keep it up.
What's it like competing in the World Cup, and how's the current round going?
It's actually a lot of fun, because for a while I was looking for a big tournament to be part of, and there was supposed to be a Lodge War coming up, but then there was some issues with administration and stuff. So instead, I suggested that we bring back the World Cup, and I was very excited to be in that, because obviously a lot of good players, a lot of challenge, a lot of fun. It's nice to face top players in a tournament type activity. So that's very fun, and the current round's going very well for us. We were facing Belarus. Our last teammate just finished his match here today. I had already done mine earlier this week, and I won against Scoreswin the first 6-3. Well, 2 wins and 1 loss, so I won the matchup. LCFR lost against Lahaie, and then Grumpy Ghost won a massive 3-0 against Melkor, which gave us 18 points, which is very good. It's anything bigger than 15 it's a big win for you. It's going to make you probably be able to qualify for the next stage, you know what I mean? So We're doing quite good. The current round for us is over, so we're basically just waiting the other teams to finish theirs, so then we can go on to round 6. But very happy so far. If we're checking the standings, and I think we're just 2nd or 3rd in the overall standings of the World Cup. So we're doing pretty good. This is very fun, man.
What's the biggest lesson you've learned competing so far?
Can't really just think too much, because I learned that you make more mistakes because you overthink stuff. First of all, if we're talking about ladder, you cannot lose too much. If you lose too much, go take a break. Same thing with tournaments. You want to adapt your decks. You want to make sure you know who you're facing, what he's bringing to the table. So really, you just You just need to get along with that and you'll be okay. It's not easy at first, being competitive. It's way harder at first, but it gets easier with time, really, once you know what you're doing.
What would you say is the thought process behind the 3 warlords you chose to bring to the World Cup?
I would say, and a lot of people, a lot of top players will agree with me, in your true warlords, you always need something that can go fast. You need something that can mid-range and adapt to pretty much everything. And you want something that has some kind of stealth in it. So with that, I decided to take Korn, Ironman, and Karine. And that's exactly the reason why are exactly those I just told you is because I needed a fast deck, a mid-range, and something with stealth so that my opponent needs to tech a bit all his decks with something that is anti-stealth so that, he basically loses a card that would be very more useful for him and using something else. So this is how, the thought process was going into that. And then after that, with the decks, you just adapt the warlord that you're facing. So you tech a bit. I basically keep most of the core of my decks, and I change for every matchup. I change maybe 5 or 6 cards, depending on what I'm facing.
Who was the most difficult opponent you faced so far, and why?
There's only 2 guys that I fear in this tournament, really. I beat one. It was Kaya Faskane. He's a Russian, part of Team Russia. That guy won War Master, which means he won 2 seasons. And this is just an incredible player. In my opinion, he's one of the top 3 best players in the whole game. He knows the game so well. He was sticking against me. I was sticking against him. And we just went ahead each other and strategy stuff. It was crazy. Just a lot of fun. But this was very, very hard. But I'm very proud of hitting him. 2 wins against 1 loss. So, I won the matchup. It was great.
What do you think of the bans for Crucial Choice and Korn's Favor? Were you in favor of them or opposed to them?
I don't like when stuff is banned because it kind of removes something from the game. Even though, some cards are strong, but as a top player, you should be able to adapt and get your deck to counter those strong cards, right?
Yes.
So I was for allowing Crucial Choice and Korn's Favor into the tournament. Both of those got banned anyway. But I don't like banning stuff. I was upset a bit that we banned Agents of the Sigilites, Sisters of Silence, and Night Houses. Because, yes, those are very strong faction. All of them can be decked against, and you can actually win. We're supposed to be top players in the whole game. We should know how to do that. So I was kind of against the banning of those, but I can understand the reason behind it.
Are there any improvements you'd like to see to the game?
I want more regular updates with more stuff involved with it. Something this game is really bad at, that EG lack, is that they take their time way too much on balancing stuff and actually making the meta shift a bit. We were talking about Desperate Defense, who's been a pain in the ass for everyone ever since it came out, and we just saw the nerf the last month. It's crazy. We're talking about more than a year. I don't mind if they change something, it comes back broken, but they should change it again. Just try and fine-tune your game the most you can. It's more fun for everyone. So I'd like to see more regular patterns, patch, and stuff like that.
Do you have any advice for ranked players who might be looking to compete in tournaments?
Get in tournament as soon as you can. And even if you lose, it doesn't matter. It's experience. And with that, you're going to learn how to tech play against warlords. So this is important to get in there as soon as possible if you want to become good at tournaments. Also, it helps a lot if you join a community or a lodge that is very active in those so that they can help you out. Asking questions is fine. And you don't become the best alone. You're going to need some help from people around you, and that's fine, right? So hopefully, just, go out there, try your best, play the tournaments. You don't have anything to lose. You only have stuff to win. Even when you lose, you're going to win experience. So that's good for you.
What would you say is your favorite faction to play, and what faction do you hate playing against the most?
I've went from loving Orphans of War, the Word Bearers, the Defenders of Caliban, Word Eaters, all those guys. I don't have a favorite faction to play. I just like creating new stuff and make it competitive, right? Mm-hmm. So I don't have one that is favorite overall, but the least favorite faction to play against, actually, I would just name one warlord, and it is Mortarion. Why? Because I hate boring matches, and those matches with Mortarion takes forever, and I fucking hate that.
Oh, no, I can definitely agree with you there. It seems like every match goes on for eternity.
You know what's going to happen. I can tell exactly what's going to happen, but it takes forever to happen. You know what I mean?
Do you have any shout-outs you'd like to make to fellow players?
I want to thank you for doing that right here. That's a good promotion for the World Cup, and I hope people like it. Other than that, I wish all the teams in World Cup the best going forward in the tournament, and I can't wait to beat you all. There you go.
There you go. And any social media accounts you'd like to share with the audience, like a Twitch or Twitter or anything like that?
I'm supposed to start Twitch soon. I've been told many times that I should do Twitch because I like to do stupid stuff and I'm entertaining. So we'll see. But for now, I don't have anything to plug here. But thank you for the opportunity, my man.
Yeah, no problem. And thank you very much for the interview, and best of luck in the rest of the tournament.
Thanks.